New this morning, while some businesses across Montana reporting strong sales during the pandemic, there's a troubling trend with resupply. Problems that this is causing just ahead.
And AARP says nursing homes need to do more to protect seniors. Coming up with the group Once Done and what you can do if a loved one is receiving nursing home care.
Just ahead of 6:30 now on this Monday. Chet Lehman, Caitlin Corbin, Matt Elwell with you here. Caitlin and I were just talking about it in the commercial break. It's not very light out. It's so cloudy and overcast. It doesn't feel like the sun's come up yet.
It doesn't feel like summer anymore, does it?
No, it does not.
No, and the temperatures reflect that as well. We're actually doing okay for the morning, but our afternoon temperatures probably within 10 degrees of where we are now, and that's best case scenario. Off and on rain showers, the heaviest coming in the first part of the day. You look at the models, most of these showers are going to last through at least the noon hour, and then we'll see it break up a little into the afternoon. And still some off and on showers. We may see a couple of rays of sun. That may boost those daytime temperatures, but still struggling temperatures today and tomorrow. Eventually we'll clear things out as you get a little later into the week. We're going to break it all down for you. Take a look at your 4th of July forecast. That's all coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. 6:30 now. One person is dead after an incident involving 2 members on the Crow Indian Reservation.
Happened about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the Crow TP gas station and convenience store in Crow Agency. Crow Police Chief Terrell Bracken says the department working with the FBI and the Bureau of Indian Affairs because the homicide falls under the Major Crimes Act. Crow Police responded to the incident and secured the scene. The 3 entities are coordinating the investigation, which of course is ongoing. No further details available pending the notification of family.
In coronavirus news, as businesses reopen across the country and state, a trend is emerging. People are making purchases, but the factories that make those supplies aren't keeping up. We spoke with 3 Great Falls-owned companies about the challenges they're facing when it comes to meeting consumer demand.
From hot tubs,
You have your backyard vacation, your staycation.
to furniture,
A lot of recliners, I think, since a lot of people are staying home.
and appliances.
The business has been very good. We're up about 20-30%.
The problem?
If you could sell stuff, you're just going to get stuff.
That continues to be the situation many Montana businesses are dealing with right now. Sales are picking back up, demand is high, but supply is lagging behind.
It's very difficult. We're getting about 10% of what we order today. That's how bad it is.
They're only at about 1/3 capacity, and so the production end of it is way down.
Lower capacity at the factories means less available inventory.
I usually carry about $3 million worth of inventory. I have about $1 million now.
It also means people are having to practice patience and wait longer for their orders.
A special order might take you 16 weeks instead of 8 weeks.
Usually we get stuff within about 10 days. It's taken up to 2 months.
Where it was 4 weeks, it may take 8 to 18 weeks to get a hot tub.
Despite the delays, they're cautiously optimistic about the months ahead.
I'm hoping that in another 2 or 3 months, by probably the 4th quarter, that things will change and we'll get a lot more production.
Interesting to see what happens with everything in the fall.
In Great Falls, Shannon Newth, MTN News.
Another interesting note, a number of stores also report being out of freezers right now. Managers tell MTN News they believe it's because people have been stocking up on meat and need a place to put it.
That reminds me, I got to get a freezer too. 6:32 now. Here's a sad statistic. Almost half of the coronavirus deaths in the United States have happened in one place, nursing homes.
And now officials say drastic changes need to be made.
Coronavirus has killed more than 50,000 people in nursing homes and long-term care facilities. That's at least 40% of all U.S. virus deaths. The White House, though, put in new measures recently to better protect residents.
The numbers are continuing to rise. We're just beginning to even get some of the numbers out of some of the states. And so this is a real outrage. It didn't have to be this way. And this is a national disgrace.
AARP says required virus case data from facilities is happening too late. They're about a week behind. Testing isn't consistent. Some facilities are still having issues with PPE, including training staff to wear it properly. Both Republicans and Democrats want to give more help to nursing homes in the next relief bill. AARP, though, is concerned about the lack of inspections and oversight. It worries some facilities will get immunity from lawsuits.
Without inspections, without the ombudsman being able to go in and find out what's going on in the facilities, without family visits being allowed, there's been no accountability at all. And if they give immunity to these nursing homes, there won't ever be accountability. There will never be justice for families whose loved ones were treated poorly.
Before the pandemic, AARP says 8 out of 10 nursing homes were cited for infection control problems. They're encouraging family members to call their representatives in Congress if they're worried about their loved one and aren't getting answers. And contact your local elected officials. Visit the state's official website at montana.gov.
Well, in more pandemic news, a screen printing company in Columbia Falls now making masks. The move is keeping the firm afloat during the coronavirus crisis. MTN's Marin Sue explains how the company applied for state funding and how that money is helping expand the business.
Well, the sales are down about 90% on the product that we're used to selling. So, I think that says everything.
This is Bob Upton, president of Glacier Clothing Company. Upton's company makes apparel for events, but says coronavirus canceled most events and therefore canceling the majority of their business. He explains he's even had to cut his employees' hours. However, he says his company switched to making masks, which saved them.
Yeah, the mask making has kept us alive. It's just that simple. It's a little slow at the moment, but those first month or so, it was all hands on deck. We were making about 1,000 masks a day.
To help with the mask making, he applied for state grant money. According to the state's website, businesses in Flathead County were awarded over $3 million in coronavirus relief funds. Upton says with the funds he was given, he purchased these extra sewing machines and materials, and he's been able to expand his business and increase his mask making capacity.
To really help us greatly improve this mask making operation, we used to cut 1-inch thick layers of fabric, and now we can cut 6 to 8 inches. We've doubled the sewing capacity by just adding a few basic pieces of machinery, and it's also allowed us to make a variety of masks and products that we couldn't do before, including things like custom printed masks.
Upton says his company will continue making masks until there's no longer a need. In Columbia Falls, Marin Sue, MTN News.
6:36 now. The state of entertainment has been in flux in recent months, and many live theaters across our state have gone dark. But in northeast Montana, one theater group has decided to move forward with a shortened season of live entertainment. This week under the big sky, we check in with the Fort Peck Summer Theater.
Under the Big Sky is sponsored by the Greater Montana Foundation and Rocky Mountain Vein Clinic.
Hello, this is Andy Myers coming to you from Fort Peck Summer Theater. I'm the artistic director here, starting my 10th season here at this gorgeous space and this community I love. We are continuing with our 51st season. We've had a few major restructures caused by our dear friend COVID-19, but we're thrilled to be continuing and progressing safely to bring theater to our community. We will open on July 3rd with the classic Neil Simon comedy, The Sunshine Boys, which stars Montana theater legend Neil Lewing, who was in the original company 50 years ago here at Fort Peck. We will be continuing with our famous Performing Arts Camp, which is running August 4th to August 13th. Sign-ups are still available. It's a great opportunity for kids. We are really proud of our camps that it gives a very comprehensive lesson in theater. Everything from stage management to design to dance to tap dance. We are taking every possible safety precaution. We're closely monitoring guidelines through the government and through our health officials. We are practicing social distancing with our seating charts and lots of cleaning and sanitizing. So we are proceeding and making sure that safety is our priority. We will continue our season and welcome legendary actor Ed Asner here for one weekend to star in God Help Us. Then we are creating a unique new opportunity here called the Big Zany Family-Friendly Variety Hour, which runs for 3 weekends. We're basing on the style of Laugh-In and the Ed Sullivan Show. Each weekend will feature a different theme and a lot of varied material, so that'll be an exciting weekend. I will be re-teaming with Pam Veese, an audience favorite, for a mounting of Love Letters, which we had originally toured about 4 years ago, so we're dropping that into the season. And finally, we conclude with Wait Until Dark, which is the classic thriller. Audrey Hepburn starred in the movie, and it will really showcase our space. We love doing thrillers in this space as it really lends itself to the feel and the vibe of the old ghosts of vaudeville here in our area. We hope to see everyone out here at Fort Peck this summer. It has definitely been an unusual year, but we are continuing to move ahead in any way we can to present quality entertainment. I think it's very important right now that we provide an opportunity where people can come and just forget everything for 2 hours and just enjoy the entertainment.
That's awesome. At least they're making the most out of the situation, you know?
Last summer, my mother-in-law and one of her friends decided to road trip up to Fort Peck and taking the performances up there. She said it was awesome.
Ah,
so
check
cool.
it out.
So yeah, that's one of those things. It would be kind of fun to do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
6:39 now. The Rolling Stones have beef with President Trump and are threatening a lawsuit. What it's all about, the legal ground the band is standing on, is coming up. First, though, here's a look at what's ahead on CBS This Morning at 7.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, new hotspots emerge. At least 7 states report a record number of coronavirus cases since Friday. How more than a dozen governors have scaled back plans to reopen. Plus, small town businesses across the U.S. have been devastated by the pandemic. Why these towns might also be uniquely equipped to persevere. And in our new series, The New Normal, The World from Home, we take you to the reopened ruins of Pompeii in Italy to see how coronavirus has changed the tourist experience. All that coming up when we see you at 7.